What are you looking at, Gojo? What are you looking at, bud? Come here. What's crackalackin' is your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So, and we're here for Walk the Mock. As you can see, it's already filling up as I posted the link and tweeted it out as well. It's also available in the description. If you're new here and don't know what Walk the Mock is, it is basically a live draft simulator. Ain't that right, buddy? Live draft simulator where basically you will draft for one team and you're facing other real life people who are also drafting for their respective teams. We do this live, so it's very interactive with you guys. And I mean, I'm taking part as well. So it's always a blast, always fun. We'll do trades next week. I want to keep this one a little less crazy because sometimes y'all got some crazy trades. Walk with Elias is right. What does WWE stand for? But if you want to take part in one of these, you have to be a member of Walk the Mock. So go in the description of this video and go ahead and click that link. Remember, code Broshmo50. It saves you 50%. And we got 10 minutes till launch. Okay, buddy. You're literally taking up like the whole camera. This is literally becoming a Gojo stream. I got nothing. If y'all want to chat, always hit at Broshmo in the chat. That way it highlights my name for me, and I could address your comment, or you could always super chat. That's a great way to support the channel if you'd like to do so, but not necessary. In terms of content I have for you, tomorrow, okay, buddy. Okay, no kisses. In terms of content for y'all, I will be doing wide receiver rankings tomorrow. I have my own mock draft tomorrow, which that one's gonna be fun. I delayed it a day because I wanted to just get to Todd McShay's. So tomorrow you get that, and I think Saturday we're gonna have a pretty fun video. We're gonna talk about cap casualties, potential cap casualties. I'm waiting for tomorrow to record that just in case there's any cuts before that. So, is what it is. Also, tomorrow we'll have another live stream, not Walk the Mock, but it's going to be Mock the Mock for you guys. If you're, send me your mocks on the Discord, or you could send me it via DM on Twitter. I'm a good follow. But, buddy, I have comments I have to take care of. So can I now address my chat? Okay, I don't want you licking me. Hey, thank you. I love your kisses, but I ain't trying to make out with you on stream. All right, so let's go ahead, get to it, as we got 9 minutes to burn until we start. Okie doke. So, no, swimmer dude, you ain't getting kisses, bro. Nobody wants to kiss you, man. Yo, that's kind of mean. I'm sure there's plenty of people that would love to kiss you. I'm the Colts tackle or a QB. It's QB every time, all the time. What do I think about Justin Shorter? Injuries, but I love him as a bigger receiver that can move. But injuries really kind of are gonna kind of screw with his stock. I'm curious how he'll test out. I know Alex from Hail Mary Sports reference him all the time. Next week we're gonna be doing a video together. Me and Alex will be doing our own mock draft, so that's always a load of fun. I was catching up with him just the other day. Blah 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 blah. What up, Cameron? How you doing? Can you move so we can see the true star here? You Quinn and you douche. All right, so we do have teams still available here. We have the Saints, the Rams, the Browns, the Dolphins, and the Jets. I'm going to sit on the Jets for a second, see what y'all want to, if y'all want to maybe pick up the Dolphins this time around. Blah, 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 blah. Just going through my notifications, that is. Steve Smith says Zay Flowers is a tier 1 receiver. I believe it, dude. Steve Smith actually has some great commentary when it comes to receivers. Who would have thought? Sound like he's a good Good receiver. It's not like he was ever a good receiver. Not once in his career. Freaking love Steve Smith. You love him too, Gojo? Yeah, we both love Steve Smith. Ceiling for Michael Wilson. I do receivers tomorrow. I'm going to talk about a bunch of them, so you can check out that video bright and early tomorrow morning. Blah, 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 blah. If you were the Jaguars and had to select Brian Branch or Cyrus Torrance, who would you take? Probably Brian Branch. I would lean with the guy higher on my board. That's a tough call, though. Pre-draft and free agency, but what do you think the season will look like for the Panthers? Well, Steve Smith is a character. Steve Smith is the character. So, Panthers, what do I anticipate? Oh, man. And I was just looking at their cap situation and like guys that they could cut. I think they're actually in a decent. Did you take Gojo to the Chiefs parade? Heck no, dude. Where Patrick Mahomes did his worst Stone Cold Steve Austin impression. Got like, what, second into the little chugging and couldn't do it, man. He ain't the hero we need. It's Stone Cold. Bring him out of retirement. Let's think. Oh yeah, Panthers. Panthers. So you got to think quarterback, right? That's why I don't mind Anthony Richardson there. Even if you could bring back Sam Darnold and then what? Okay, cool. We might be drafting in the top 10 again, and then you could arm him with like Marvin Harrison Jr. Get more weapons. Like, I don't mind that. I want to go cap calculator. That's what I'm looking for. Panthers cap calculator. Oh. Okay, so they need to get under the cap. They're currently almost 8 million over the cap. And honestly, they have a few contracts that'll do it. I'm kind of curious if they'll restructure anybody. But I mean, they're going to have a ton of cap in 2024, and you got to believe that. I mean, they're going to use that on like Brian Burns, Derek Brown. They're going to bring back some of those key pieces, Jeremy Chin and such. But it all starts at quarterback. I don't think they're going to really be that active in free agency this year. I think they're really going to just try to build through the draft. That's just kind of my take on it right now. Blah, blah, blah. For the viewers, mock the mock. Do you want trades or no trades? To hell with it, Hunter. Trades. I'll take whatever. Jalen Hyatt is sliding up boards. He ranked the 29th prospect for some people. Not everybody. All right, we still have Browns, Saints, Rams, Dolphins, and Jets available. I'll just kind of bounce around here if y'all want to do anything. Yeah, there's a lot of teams really over the cap. I'm curious after Brady's retirement what that does for the Bucks cap, because there are another teams that's like what, 55 million. Him asking DJ Moore if he should start him or bench him, and oh yeah, that was really good. That was pretty funny. What draft is the worst so far? 2020, 2021, 2022, talent-wise? It had to be 2022. I mean, 2020, 2021, those were all banger drafts. It's 2022. Like, there was legit blue chip prospects in 2020 and 2022. Which team will have a fire sale this off season? It could be the Vikings. That's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. Not like a fire sale. What up, Ryder? Hopefully you had a good Valentine's date. Oh yeah, here, let me get the code for again, these are not my post Senior Bowl rankings, so use them as you may. All right. Which team will have a fire sale? Cardinals. I think Cardinals might be a safe bet. We could be seeing like Zach Ertz, DeAndre Hopkins leaving, so I feel like that feels about right. Lions go to the playoffs with a defensive heavy draft and a top running back. Maybe. Follow up to the view. Okay, I think I already read that. Okay, I already did that. What a writer. What team do you think Aaron will play for? My guess is the Raiders. My guess is the Jets. may very well just not play football or play for the Packers next year. Though I'm sure the Packers would love to like figure out a like what the thing is they're gonna have to fine tune the contract so that the Packers aren't taking on a big portion of that contract. You should stay with the Jets. Very interesting to see your picks. Yeah, well, too little, too wait. Too little, too wait. I might end up just doing the Dolphins or maybe the Saints. Actually, Saints got an interesting draft because they get a early second and late first. Let's see. What is the best OT in later rounds, like fifth, sixth? I guess I could always go and look at my own rankings. You really just got a few project guys like Kadeem Telford out of UAB. Uh, Demondre Jacobs out of South Florida. I mean, there's more steady guys like TJ Bass and Carter Warren. Carter Warren's probably the best name there. He's got good length. Connor Galvin though potentially, but he might end up actually being more of a interior player. So that's what I would say. Remember at Broshmo in the comments if you want your comment read. Or you could always super chat. That's always an alternative as well. We still have the Dolphins, the Saints, the Browns, and the Rams available. I'm gonna jump to the Saints right now. Do you want trade details for viewers? Mock? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I'll just assume it was fair, unless it's like ludicrous. I mean, I'll make comment if it's ludicrous. Believe me. Oh man, how did the Rams trade all the way to 1? With what? Which wide receiver is the best fit for Baltimore? Oh, that's a good question actually. I think Quentin Johnston? Probably. Why no trades tonight? Because we're doing a 3-rounder and I don't want no funny business. We'll do funny business next week. Brian Burns, the 9th overall pick, and some picks for 1st overall. Why? I don't know, man. Because, I mean, Brian Burns really isn't like that Eberflus's cup of tea, if I'm being honest. He kind of likes the meteor guys. But, I mean, I don't think he'd be opposed to taking a talented player, regardless. How do you join? Ugh, okay. Okay, Chris. All right. You join this by going in the description. You're going to see join our drafts at Walk the Mock. Use promo code BROSHMO50 because you have to become a subscriber, a member to Walk the Mock. You have to be a premium member. So use BROSHMO50 to get 50% off. And then you could join one of these. The link's available in the description as well to join. What is the ceiling for the Chiefs defense next year? I think it could be a top half of the league type of defense. They just need to get more pass rush, get more help along the defensive line. I think they're going to develop those corners pretty well. I think Tua is done. What QB do you see Miami getting? None in this draft. I think they're going to give Tua one last ride. What player do you think the Dolphins might trade this offseason? Like trade for or just trade in general? Byron Jones, if we could trade him, but his cap number doesn't get better for us until like post June 1st, so he would be a post June 1st trade if they do that. Blah 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 blah. Might give some Viking fans PTSD this draft. You'll see. Oh gosh. What players do you think the Okay, I already read that. The first few picks have. Oh my gosh, the draft started. I'm sitting here talking. I'm lollygagging. My rankings, of course. They're the best. Or at least all right. All right, we're 5 picks in. Ain't this great? Ain't this great? Hey, good luck. Good luck, Brent. Good luck. How the hell did Jalen Carter make it to 5? All right, so we see Will Anderson going first overall. Suddenly that makes a little bit more sense. Bryce Young going to the Colts. Not really, because Cardinals. You're gonna have to tell me how you taking Tyree Wilson over Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter, best non-quarterback prospect in this class. That really shook me up. That really surprised me. Yeah, wow. I'm still flabbergasted. Why? 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 Brima, I know you're in this chat, dude. Tell me why. What's the logic there? Do you think D Jones will be available for the Chiefs at 31? Dewan, yes, very possible. Yes, I am silly. I know. Crap. What is the Dolphins running back depth chart like next year? Well, everyone's a free agent. I think they bring back either. All right. Well, let's run through these real quick. Colts, C.J. Stroud, Jalen Carter to the Seahawks, Miles Murphy to the Lions, and I forgot what the Raiders picked. Atlanta Falcons select Christian Gonzalez. So they're getting some DB help. I don't mind that. Oh, Bengal put out a worst NFL draft hot takes. I can't wait to see that. Paris Johnson Jr. going to the Raiders. Okay, so Dolphins have, I think they bring back a Raheem Mostert or Jeff Wilson. If not both of those guys, at least one of those guys, they could draft a running back somewhere on day 3. I think that's where where it would be ideal. But I mean, really, what like? I think you just bring back Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert. They're guys that are really good in the system. I don't think the Niners have any free agent running backs this go around. I'm trying to think of old. Jerick McKinnon's a free agent, ain't he? I think Jerick McKinnon's a free agent, so if he wants to not stay with Kansas City, he could come to Miami. He was a guy that they utilized over there at San Fran, just injuries. Is Carlos Hyde playing anymore? Okay, Gojo, are you coming in or are you staying out, bud? Gotta make up your freaking mind, Gojo. All right. So this feels like it could be Anthony Richardson or Will Levis, but let's see. Jahmyr Gibbs to the Saints. I think it makes sense. I think we could possibly see Alvin Kamara get traded or maybe even released depending on what goes down in March. I think his court date's in a couple of weeks, right? Should Kansas City trade L'Jarius Sneed? No. They still have to pay Jones, Kelsey. Well, Kelsey's 34. Whatever you pay for Kelsey, it's going to be very short term. I would not trade L'Jarius Sneed because he's also on a rookie deal. So it's like, what do you gain? It's not like you're creating cap space that way. I don't think Miles Murphy's going to drop. All right, we got a couple of picks just storming in. All right, there's Peter Skoronsky off the board to the tight ends. All right, so we got Michael Mayer. Okay, Brent. To the Panthers, we got Joey Porter going to the Eagles and Peter Skoronsky to the Titans. Yeah, they could re-sign Gay. I mean, I'm pretty sure Kelsey at 34. Ain't gotta worry too much about him. What up, Banker? How you doing, bruh? How you doing? What running back should the Dolphins draft? Really, anybody. Anybody's gonna be really good in that scheme. So I said day 2, guys. So let's look at day 2, guys. Israel Benikanda. Benikanda. I think that's how you say it, out of Pitt. So Izzy, I think would be a good option. Eric Gray. Evan Hall. I think those are a couple that come to mind. I think that's a bit fair. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. All right, we got Brian Branch going to the. Ew, that's an interesting one, to the Texans. Could have went Breezy, but that's just a boring pick. L'Jarius Sneed has 1 year left on his rookie deal, and Kansas City doesn't really pay corners. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you want to trade him, I guess you could, but it's like, what? Then you're really betting on guys like Joshua Williams and Jalen Watson developing. And Snead really likes playing that slot spot. So what? You're gonna then put in, I guess, McDuffie. McDuffie's a guy that can play in the slot. He doesn't have to play just outside. I'll remember when that. I'll remember that when the draft starts. Okay. If you were the GM of a brand new NFL organization, you had the number one pick, who would you pick? Bryce Young. Hopefully, we get everything else together, but I mean, it's Bryce Young. I mean, it's been so long since the NFL. Devon Witherspoon going to the Jets, it's kind of wild. I mean, DJ Reader was really good for him, or DJ Reed was pretty good for him last year. Do you think Brett Vonch is the best GM? No? I don't know. There's a lot of good GMs out there. My internet went out, couldn't draft Carter, so it automatically took Wilson for me. That makes a lot more sense. Ibrahim. Here we go. You know what? While we're doing this, I think I'm gonna watch Bengals draft hot takes. So he was taking NFL draft hot takes. So what is he just reading them off? Jackson Smith and Najigba going to the Patriots. Patriots are actually in a pretty darn good situation cap wise. How do you feel about all the Patrick Queen stuff? Is there Patrick Queen stuff? I didn't know there was Patrick Queen stuff. I've been recording videos all day. Oh, he scrubs Baltimore from his social media. I don't care about that. You do you. You do you. You just got done watching the Hot Takes Chef? Nice. All right, Lucas Van Ness going to the Green Bay Packers. How does that make sense? He had Tyree Wilson above Carter in the queue. Well, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I can't explain. Maybe he didn't have the queue at all. He removed all his Ravens stuff. I mean, didn't Kyler Murray did that with the Cardinals? I don't know, dude. I don't care about. I don't really care about that. That's just whatever. I have to surprise you next week since there are no trades. Oh my god. Okay, if Murphy has great combine, which he should, I'll say he goes top 10. I agree. Wanted to take Carter. My internet went out, so auto pick Wilson for me. Should Casey sign Orlando Brown Jr. or trade him to the Bears? Well, his contract's up, so they cannot trade him, I believe. I'm not positive. Yeah, no, his contract's Orlando Brown. I'm fairly certain his contract's up, so they cannot trade him unless they. What, he was playing under a franchise tag, so I'm pretty sure they can't trade him. Yeah, they can't trade him. So they have to sign him or just let him walk. So it's one of those two. All right, we got a few more picks rolling in here. Patrick Green wants a new contract. Well, play good next year. We saw an uptick in his play, but I think that was really a result of whatchamacallit, uh, Raekwon Smith showing up. All right, what do we got? I don't even know. I'm okay. I was about to say I don't even know who I'm picking for. The Saints. Okay. Quentin Johnston going. Oh, that's an interesting one to Washington. We got Broderick Jones to the Steelers, Brian Brazee to the Lions, Will Levis to the Bucks. That's actually kind of dope. Like, it's nice that he fell there. Keely Ringo to the Seahawks and Jordan Addison to the Chargers. Where do you rank McDuffie around cornerbacks? I mean, he's definitely like a tier 3 corner right now. Tier 3, tier 2. He's not a top 10, top 15 guy, but I feel like maybe next year we can talk about him like that. Like if he has a good year, I feel like we could talk about him. Let's see. Bijan Robinson to the Ravens, Anthony Richardson to the Vikings. All right. Right now, watching Bengals. All right, just get to the hot takes, Bankle. All right, we got Jaguars. Yeah. No, I mean, I could see it. You got Cousins. You could start developing the quarterback underneath him. Obviously, Kellen Mond wasn't that guy. Zay Flowers going to the Giants. They got speed for days. I'm cool with Bijan to the Ravens as long as they get D-Hop. Cyrus Torrance to the Jags as well. That's a good pick. I like that quite a bit. 0 QBs in the top 3. Hot take. That is a hot take. I don't even think that's a hot take. That's just a wrong take. Do you think the Chiefs should trade? No, Chiefs have no reason to get D-Hop. They traded away Tyreek Hill so they wouldn't have to pay a receiver. They ain't trading for D-Hop. Don't remind me of Mond. I got his. You got a Mond jersey, bro? It was $20 from China. Okay, at least it's not a big investment. I went Quentin Johnson because all the corners flew off the board. That's fair. Bingo. Get to the next hot take. Come on, I covered that in like 2 seconds. If the Jets don't get Rodgers, they should draft a quarterback. Well, they're really not in position to draft a quarterback. That's the thing. That's the thing. They're not really in position to draft a quarterback unless they trade up. I mean, you can't really say they should draft a quarterback if they can't get Rodgers. You already got a guy on a rookie deal. I know it's Zach Wilson. It's not great, but shouldn't Dallas be picking? Oh, there we go. I mean, that means you gotta trade up. You gotta trade up. But then you're going through the rookie quarterback thing again. I don't know. I don't feel great about that. All right. What's the next hot take? What's the next hot take? What's the next hot take, Bengal? Clark Phillips going to the Cowboys. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Oh. Like Will Levis, actually, if they could move up and try to get Will Levis, that won't be bad. Just because I assume Stroud and Bryce Young are gone in the top 5. So, opinion on Saints taking Gibbs now with the latest. Has there been latest Alvin Kamara news? Am I just disconnected from reality? Am I too busy trying to make content that I'm just ignoring? Oh, did the jury stuff? I thought that was until March. So he's indicted. Oh, shucks. Okay, give me the most recent. This is from Yahoo Sports. Here, let's read this sucker together. All right, a Clark County grand jury has indicted New Orleans Saints running back Alvin Kamara and 3 others for an alleged beating at a Las Vegas nightclub last year, according to blah, blah, blah. Cincinnati Bengals corner Chris Lamons is also among the men facing criminal charges related to the incident outside of some nightclub last year. Grand jury indicted the 4 men on charges of conspiracy to commit battery. Cam Smith going to the Buffalo Bills. Side note. Kamara is also being sued for $10 million by the accuser. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care about, I'm not going to lie, I don't really care too much about the incident. And the NFL has not currently commented on the incident. So that's the big thing. What is the NFL going to say about it? What's the NFL going to say about it? Hot take, Hendon Hooker goes in the first round. I think that's a hot take. Because I just don't really believe it'll happen. If you're starting a franchise, who you got? Allen, Herbert, Lawrence. I didn't put Mahomes and Burrow because they're 1 and 2. I think I'm going to take Trevor Lawrence. Thoughts on Michael Wilson? Okay, hey. My receivers rankings literally comes out tomorrow. So check out what I think about receivers tomorrow. You will get my take then. All right, so I got to be aware that I'm the next pickup. All right, come on. Michael Mayer shouldn't be a first round pick. Yo, we serious? We serious? Come on. Michael Mayer shouldn't be a first round pick. We're talking about JJ Artheo-Whiteside. All right, Darnell Wright going to the Bengals. That's solid. All right, Saints. This is what we got working here. We got want to take a quick look at the receivers. So we're not doing that. Bijan's not on the board, right? Okay, good. Just making sure. Bijan not on the board. Let's go ahead and take a look at D-line. Get off run back. You could throw edge up there. We got Nolan Smith, BJ. Are those fits? There's Keon White. Keon White kind of makes some sense here. There's Kalijah Cansey. I know I got, here we go. Eddie Tamiwa, Eddie Barrier is a guy to consider as well. Michael Mayer's already gone, right? Yeah, Michael Ware went absurdly early. Wow. I kind of want to trade out of this pick. I'm not going to lie. Kind of want to trade out of this pick. All right, well, I'm going to have to make a pick here sooner or later. I feel like it's probably Nolan Smith. Man, this was tough. Really had to force my hand. I think I'm just going to take Nolan Smith. Get an edge help. He's undersized, but they can make it work. It'll be fine. Hot take is submitted to the Bengals Twitter. Was that Kalijah Cansey could go as high as where Aaron Donald, depending on his combine thoughts. Yeah, dude, if he has a freaking banger, because what, Aaron Donald went 12, 14? There's a shot Cansey could go that high. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Just got here. Who did they draft for my Bears? I think it was Will Anderson. Yeah, it was Will Anderson. Thoughts on Keenan Allen and Mike Evans getting potentially cut? Keenan Allen's interesting. I don't know about Mike Evans. I don't think his contract works that way. I'm pretty sure Mike Evans' contract does not work that way. There is no way they can cut him. But Keenan Allen is, I'm not going to lie, kind of on the chopping block there. I saw Nolan Smith to the Vikings in a mock recently, and it seemed like a good fit. What are your thoughts? Well, considering they could probably potentially cut, though I think it's a little foolish for how, depending on, like, Zadarius Smith played really good last year, but he frees up $12 million in cap. Keon White was the other guy I was thinking about taking for the Saints. Really did consider it. It's a pretty good pick though for the Chiefs. Blah 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 blah. Did I miss any? I don't think I missed any chats. Remember, at Broshmo, if you want to get your chat read, or you could always super chat. While you're at it, how about you hit that freaking like button? How about you be a... Actually, you know, we're at 69 likes. I think we're good. All right, Bengal. What else? What other hot takes we got here? I'm 10 minutes in, and we have only 4 hot takes? Come on. Don't still be talking about these tight ends. Come on. Nathaniel Dell should be a first-round pick. That is a bit of a hot take. I really like him, but he's super undersized. I just don't think I don't think it'd be ideal. All right, Jesus, what do you got for the Steelers? I didn't know Pittsburgh was like the Jerusalem of, or I guess the Bethlehem of thinking the United States. Darius is a good cut candidate for me because he saves a lot of money and getting old. Yeah, he is getting old. Yeah, that's fair. Also, I have faith in Patrick Jones. You might have faith. Hunter. Do the Colts need a tackle? No, I say they more so need another guard, Joel. I think they're fine. I would say you got Braden Smith. That's fine. I would say you could maybe I think Ryman showed enough to want to move forward with him. Anton Harrison going to the Steelers. Hot take, 2 running backs are going to the first round. That's not really hot. Some people really like Gibbs, and they keep throwing Gibbs to the Steelers because Bijan's normally gone by that. I don't think that's a hot take. I don't think that's a hot take. Was it Leah? Leah Parker? Is that Mr. or Mrs. Parker? I'm just going to call you Parker. I don't want to assume out here. I hear that could be dangerous. All right, Texans. Going with BJ Ojolari. Show me more takes. More takes. Anthony Richardson better than Will Levis. Not that hot of a take. Not that hot of a take. I commented on the DT video, but my favorite for the Eagles is Benton. You think Ojamo fits the Eagles? Yeah, I think he could fit the Eagles, man. He's got that powerful bull rush, man. Stupid powerful. Benton's nice, too. Meteor guy, I think you're probably looking for more of a penetrator. Do you think Karlaftis can be a primary edge rusher? Eventually, like, he was fine this year. Like, not great. Like, not great. Not bad. He was fine. Osiris Torrance said in an interview he could be a swing tackle for a team. Do you think he's just saying that to boost his stock or because he actually can do it? I think he's saying that because he probably thinks he could do it. I don't think it really matters. I don't think it'll boost his stock. Jared Patterson, that ain't the pick, bro. Jared Patterson is not it. For me, since Bennett goes first round, who's taking him? Bud Light, Budweiser, Dos Equis, Blue Moon, Natty Light, Coors, Corona. Yo, yeah. Who's taking? What beer company is taking Sensen Bennett in the first round? Hot take. Tully, edge guy from USC should be a first rounder. Well, look, I think he's not bendy enough to be an edge. He's gonna have to move to the interior. So that's the thing. He's kind of untested as an interior player, opposed to like a Carl Brooks, a Eddie Tamiwa, Eddie Barrier, who got to show that they could play on this side there at the Senior Bowl. You're kind of projecting Toi Peloto at that point. So, like, if you're really high, do you think he can do it? Then cool. But there were cases where, like, he's got explosive power, but if a guy's able to, like, hold, like, able to, like, essentially sit his ground, then he doesn't got the power to move guys after that. How would you rank the last 4 drafts? Golly. Let me answer another one. I'll get back to that, though. If all the corners are taken, rumor is Jalen. Yeah, I figured Jalen Ramsey could end up being. I think they might trade him rather than. Oh, okay. You just said okay. You said for June 1st cut. You think Rams trade Ramsey for first rounder to Dallas? Could happen potentially, but yeah, I think they have to move him. So see, like if they're looking to cut costs, then you gotta look to move that guy. Siaki Ika to the Cardinals, Jared Patterson to the Colts, Drew Sanders to the Rams. We got Trent Simpson to the Seahawks and Antonio Johnson to the Raiders. I kind of like Antonio Johnson being was it Trevon Merrick's running mate there. You gotta wait till all the way to pick 87 now. All right, what you got? Josh Downs and the Panthers. I actually like that. I really like that one. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take Jahmyr Gibbs because that's the plan. Take him early second. All right, so what else we got in here? How would I rank the last 4? So I would say 2023 is better than last year. But those are definitely the bottom 2. So 2022, 2023, 2020 had what? That was Trevor Lawrence and company, right? No, that was. Yes, that was. So then what was 2021? No, that was Trevor Lawrence and company. What was 2020 then? What was 2020? What was 2020? Jalen Hyatt going to the Browns so they get that speed. Oh, man. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up on some of these chats. Was Zach Wilson a reach by the Jets or just a good prospect who never panned out? I think he was a good, like, he's a good lesson for people that sometimes the whole having to work outside of structure doesn't always work. It's not translatable to the NFL. So that's why I think like a guy like Malik Willis really fell last year because they understand, okay, you can't just be an outside structure guy. So I feel like a lot of these interior guys are mostly nose tackles. There's like a handful. There's only a handful. There's not as many as you would think. 6 receivers in the first round. It's a hot take. That is a little bit of a hot take. The Eagles are taking Stetson Bennett first round. No, they're not. Do you think Evan Neal will take? Yes, I do think Evan Neal will take a big step forward. I was a big fan of Evan Neal. Hot take. Josh Allen is not a top 5 quarterback. That is a hot take. But not a draft take. Could Whippler move to guard? I don't know, really. He's untested in that regard. All right, so we got Isaiah Foskey going to the tight ends. We got Jalen Hyatt going to the Browns. DeJuan Jones going to the Jets. Aditamiwa Adibarie going to the Falcons. And Darnell Washington to the Packers. Jalen Ramsey to Detroit for 18 and a second and a future third. That's a lot. I don't think Jalen Ramsey might be worth all that. At least if I'm the Lions, I don't think I'm paying all that. 2020. Oh, that's right. Burrow. Ooh, that was Burrow. That means if it was Burrow, who were the receivers in that draft? That was Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy. You'll pan out. I know you will, Jerry Jeudy. I was a big fan of Jerry Jeudy. Oh, those are tough ones. I might lean 2021. Because 2021 was the Micah Parsons one, too. So 2021, 2020, 2023, 2022. That's how I would go. So Cody Mach to the Patriots, and then we saw Emmanuel Forbes to somewhere. Was it... Well, there goes Jack Campbell to the Lions. Emmanuel Forbes to... Ooh, I like that. That's a good pick for Washington. What guard can Seattle pick up with the second pick? Hoping for Torrance. Well, you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna get him second round. We could talk about guys like Steve Avila, John Michael Schmitz. I think those are the two guys you kind of want to focus on. Tyreek Stevenson going to the Steelers. Bucks Pickens. What do you think of Thomas Income and Yaya Diaby for late round wild cards? Diaby. Yo, go check out my Senior Bowl video, dude. Because Diaby, I think, is a lot higher than a late round pick. I think Income's a pretty good late round pick. Ooh, Will McDonald's a good pick for the Bucks. Okay, we get some good picks here. No Ramsey for the first straight up, or one of the second and future third. We got Andrew Voorhees going to the Seahawks. Would you rather have the Browns go with a speedster in the second or a big DT? I think I kind of go with a big DT. You could find speed at receiver at parts in this draft. Yo, Bootsy, what you got a problem with my boy Tyreek Stevenson? All right, so I don't think the Anthony Richardson pick's a hot take, or Anthony Richardson over Will Levis. That was the last hot take I just saw on Bagels video. I don't think that's hot of a take. I think they're upside guys. Just one's more ready than the other, and one has more tools than the other. Jonathan, just answer my question. Jonathan, are you talking to me? Did you add Broshmo? I just told you what guards, bro. Golly. This is going to be a running back. Computer likes to take run back for the Dolphins. What can we expect? The tight end rankings. Love your content. Thank you, Travis. Tight end rankings will probably be Tuesday. I think linebackers Monday, tight ends Tuesday, edge Wednesday, and then we'll get a big board at the end of the week. I'm not sold on Yaya Diaby. He's just a power rusher. Dude, freaking in the one-on-ones, dude. Did you see what he did to freaking Blake Freeland? That dude's twitched up, man. He ain't just power. Hot take. 3 tight ends in the first round. That's what a lot of people are saying. Yeah, 2020 and 2021 are stacked classes. Y'all made Broshmo mad. Yeah, Broshmo doesn't get mad. Broshmo is a drama queen, but he doesn't get angry. He gets angry for comedic effect. Blake Freeland to the Dolphins, that was my boy. And then he had a really crappy Senior Bowl. Let's see. I think 2021 was the best in the last few years. You could have Micah Parsons, PS2, T Law. You got the 2 tackles, Sewell and Slater, Chase, Waddle, Smith. Dude, it was a great class. John Michael Schmitz going to the Bears. You can have Dalvin Cook. Can they? They can't even release him, can they? I know I make you mad. Nah, dude. Oh, Hunter. Speaking Voldemort's name. Get out of here. Eli Ricks going to Detroit. Okay. That was a low blow, Hunter, dude. We don't talk about that guy on this channel. You must have meant Michael J. Fox. By the way, new Back to the Future. Ain't that wild? They're going to come out with another Back to the Future. Who is your favorite day to pick at DT and wide receiver? Oh, DT could depending. It could be Aditomiwa, Adibarie. Tully Toy Peloto is a favorite of mine too. Dalton Kincaid going to the Chargers. We got John Michael Schmitz, Bears, Eli Ricks, Lions, Luke Musgrave to the Jags. Wide receiver, man, there's just so many good wide receivers. I like Tank Dell. I like Michael Wilson. I like Jaden Reed. I feel better about Jalen Hyatt on day 2. Oh, so you could potentially save 6 to 8 million. Let's check that out. Vikings cap space calculator. Giants, the pick is in. Luke Whippler. Why no one saw Mahomes coming in that draft? Well, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people had Mahomes as like a mid to late first. What up, Daniel? Keanu Benton is DT1. That is a hot take. That's actually an exceptionally. That's not even a hot take. I feel like it's kind of foolish. But hey, man, if it happens, then shoot. Egg on my face. Let's take a look at this Dalvin Cook thing. Well, Dalvin Cook results in $8 million in dead cap if you cut him post June 1st. A trade post June 1st is okay. So, or pre June 1st. Pre June 1st, if you trade him, it's only $6 million in dead cap. Cut post is $5 million in dead cap. So you could maybe work a trade or something. I don't know. Sometimes teams don't mind eating the dead cap. Let's see. I think Hyatt is going to go mid first round. These NFL writers seem to like him way more than the general public. Yeah, could have a John Ross situation. Do you have a PO box? Cause I want to buy. Oh, Hunter, I don't have a PO box. I have a home address, which I'm giving out to no one. So maybe I'll set up a PO box. Any reason Will McDonald isn't higher valued prospect? I have him in my top 25. He's going to be a lot higher for people now. I don't think I have him inside my top 30, but I think he's like there at 33 for me. So, I mean, that's basically similar enough. Hot take, Keyshawn Boutte drops to day 3. It ain't hot take. He has sex parties. I changed my mind. Yeah, Diaby is a Spags guy. He's kind of built like it. And they could get Dalvin Cook, but if they cut by June 1, they save 11 cap. But before, yeah. Well, I feel like if they're gonna move Dalvin Cook, you want to do it beforehand. There goes speaking of Boutte, there he goes to Dallas. I really like Avila and even Zavala. Zavala could be a good steal late round. I haven't really dove into his stuff yet. That's the NC State interior player, I believe. What's your analysis on Deuce Vaughn? Boy small, but fast as lightning. But that size, I don't think a team's going to bet on it on day 2. Hot take, 7 corners in the first round. That is a really hot take. I always forget Keyshawn Boutte is even in this class. Yep, because he wasn't going to. And then he decided he was going to initially, he was staying, and then all that stuff came out. He was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go to the NFL now. Do I like Moro Jamo? Oh, Carla, I just released my defensive tackles video. Find out for yourself. Let's see. So what I'm hearing is you will put the Voldemort jersey in the background. I totally would. I really would. I'd be down for that. Yeah. Let me see what it takes to get a PO box, and I'll let you know. My sleeper edge rusher is Robert Beal. Robert Beal came in a bit undersized. I get it. He's got a pedigree. He didn't really stick out at the Shrine, but oh, Franny, shut up. Let's see. What is this? I think with his recent surgery and age and contract, we can only get a late day 3 pick for him. What do you think? I mean, I'd be cool with taking a late day 3 pick regardless, rather than just cutting him for free. Jordan Battle going to the Buffalo Bills. We got the Colts. What up, Kirito? How you doing, bro? Mozzie Smith. Ooh, they do love their big boy or big meaty men. What do you think of Tyree Wilson? I say this in a lot of videos. He's long. He's got tools. People often confuse. They think he doesn't have a good first step, but he has a late step. Like he just doesn't time the snap correctly all the time. It's resulted in offsides and just him coming off late. So he's actually got better burst than what people may say. He's just unpolished. He's raw. Why is Felix Anudike fallen recently? He used to be a back end of the first round, early second round guy. First off, banger edge class. Hendon Hooker going to the Panthers, by the way. Banger edge class. Oh, yeah, guys, by the way, hit the like button. Since we no longer have 69 likes, that was the last time I saw it. And since that dream's ruined, the least we can do is get thumbs up on this video. Parker Washington. Ooh, to the Eagles. I kind of like that one. All right, so my pick's up here. But who was I talking about? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I think I was talking about Tyree Wilson. If we do trade him, we're talking about Dalvin Cook, I assume. 3rd or 4th round picks. So I might throw a 4th, but maybe. Another hot take. Jared Verse would have been top 5 in this class. I'm not against it. He was my edge too. Oh, why is Felix DK Uzama? By the way, Nathaniel Dell on the Chiefs is freaking terrifying. So with Felix, like it's just a really good edge class, and he's kind of a bull in a china shop. He was playing a bit out of position too, so he's kind of getting pushed back because his edge class is just really good. I think I'm a little caught up. What's the top 10 players left on your board right now? This is my board pre Senior Bowl, so it's not always ideal. Do the Chiefs double dip at edge? They could. I don't think it'll happen. If they do it day 1, day 2, they might do it day 3. They're not gonna go day 1 and day 2. Jaden Reed going to the Bears. I like that one. But yeah, this is the top 10 from my previous draft board. Hey, what it do, Jay? Man, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, bruh. Hit that like button, by the way. All right, what's Bengals' next hot take? Keely Ringo is still cornerback 1 because of traits and athleticism. Just look at Sauce and Woolen. Oh, that is a little bit of a hot take because I really like Christian Gonzalez. Actually, I don't mind that hot take. I don't mind it. Ooh, Steve Avila going to the Texans, by the way. I've never been more excited for a draft before. I don't even know why. I'm excited every year for the draft. Do I think Kalajdzic can make top 30? Yes. What would you say is your best at predicting prospect-wise? I don't know what you think, but I would say your OT rankings are the best. Really? Those are my least confident. Because it's a position I didn't play. No kidding. Look at me. I'm freaking 5'9", 170. Never played. It's one that I've done a lot of research on and I read up on. But even still, it's a hard one to kind of diagnose on film because you can know the tendencies of a team and what scheme perhaps they run, what they're doing on the play, what the assignment's supposed to be on the play, but you don't necessarily know specifically what the coaches are asking the blockers to do. You could have an idea, like there's some guesswork that goes there, and again, it's a position I never played. It's a position that I feel like I've taken the most time to really try to understand. Um, so it's kind of my least confident. So I'd always say that when it comes to offensive line, it's typically my least confident analysis. Not to say I'm not confident in my own analysis of offensive linemen, but if I had to rank it, it would probably be one of the lowest. We got Deontay Banks going to the Cardinals. That's actually pretty solid. Interesting how he may work in that cover 3 scheme. No, he should be fine. Derek Hall, Sidney Brown, both going to the Broncos. Thoughts on Ronnie Bell? Never been a big fan. Not gonna lie. I think he's fine. He's like a slot guy. Like he's your dime a dozen slot guy with return ability, which kind of makes him draftable. Will you tell Walk the Mock that they have Patterson listed at 5'8", 195? They won't listen to me. I think they have 2 Jared Pattersons because that sounds like the running back. Because if you look, Jared Patterson already went off the board. Oh, wow. Oh, did they eliminate the old Jared Patterson then? That's interesting. Okay, so where are we at? Yes, yes, yes. OT video, great. Well, appreciate it. How do you rank the big 3 offensive tackles from 2020 and 2021? Ooh, Chiefs training up for Van Ness. I mean, they did for Trent McDuffie. It's totally in the cards. Ever doing a 7-round walk the mock? Yes, we will. I would just because last year you were high on guys like Tyler Smith, Zach Tom, and Abraham Lucas, who worked out really well. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Also, if you okay, at least with Zach Tom and Abraham Lucas, I'm suckers for good athletes. Those guys are pretty solid athletes. Tyler Smith was just absurdly strong. But I mean, sometimes they don't always hit. I guess I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a good. That makes me feel more confident. There are guys that I like that tend to do well, but I have plenty of misses. Tamari and Terry. I feel like there was something I was looking up here for a second. I am one of the next picks on the board. Felix Andrew, DK Uzama going to the Rams, by the way. Oh, I want to look up those drafts real quick. Because I know we got Andrew Thomas, Tristan Wirfs, Jarek Willis. And then 2021 was Slater, Sewell. I can't remember all those guys. Carl Brooks going to the Raiders, by the way. All right, so I already took some of these guys. Oh, man. Robinson's still on the board. Carter, I mean, if I take Carter, I might as well just do a scheme change at that point. Zach Harrison might be a cup of tea for. That actually might be it. Who are the defensive linemen left? Let's include nose tackles in here. Keanu Benton. They got a lot of guys on the interior that are free agents. What, David Onyemata, Shy Tuttle. Benton would be nice here. Instead of going like Zach Harrison. Yeah, let's go with Benton. Let's just keep addressing the defensive line. So I would probably say Tristan Wirfs, Andrew Thomas. Here. Let's just be safe. Let's look at those draft classes. Jared Patterson was last year's draft. I'm pretty sure he went to the Commanders, right? Yes, but there is a Jared Patterson in this draft as well. How do you like Josh Downs and DeMarvion Overshown? Linebackers video Monday and wide receivers tomorrow. So be on the look for those. Are there 2 Miles Murphys? Yes, there's one from North Carolina. Rashee Rice going to the Titans. So they have another guy that can't separate along with the rest of their receiving core. Nah, Burks will be fine though. Okay, Tully Toy Piloto. That's interesting. I kind of like that one. Kind of get that penetrator for D'Amico. All right, let's go ahead to 2020. Okay. We're gonna shuffle this by tackle. Oh, they say OT. That's right. I'm here looking for T. Okay, so Andrew Thomas, Willis, Wirfs. So it's definitely Tristan Wirfs, Andrew Thomas for that draft. Just looking for any other names that probably need mentioned, just in case there were any late emergers. Isn't it wild that Hakeem Adeniji actually kind of carved out a role with the Bengals? Life is crazy. All right, so it's definitely those guys. Then Jedrick Wills is like a distant, like a tier 3, opposed to those two being tier 1. We got Noah Sewell going to the Jets, by the way. And then we're going to do the same thing for the 2021 draft. Let's go ahead, find offensive tackles. Because I'd say Slater and Sewell are like very same. You could throw Christian Darrisaw too up in there. It's funny. Samuel Cosme doesn't get enough love. Jackson Carman actually had a really good end to the season. I think those are probably the only 2 guys worth talking about in this class as of right now. Larry Borum, I thought, was playing solid at right tackle. Apparently, the Bears disagree. Isaiah McGuire going to the Falcons. Patriots taking Julius Brents. So I think I would stick with Tristan Wirfs, Andrew Thomas, and then you got the next tier: Sewell, Slater, Darrisaw. But I think Darrisaw probably ahead of those guys right now. But I mean, I feel like that order can change at any given moment. Then you got the next set of guys like Samuel Cosme, Wills from the Browns. And then there's a few guys like maybe you hope that might emerge, like Jackson Carman, Walker Little. Well, Ezra Cleveland's now playing at guard. Josh Jones going to be playing right tackle this year probably. All right, my Dolphins are back up, by the way. They took Blake Freeland. What pick did Darnell Wright go at? I don't know. We'll find out at the end. The 2 Byron Youngs confused the hell out of me at first. Haha. How many day 1 stars you expect on the O-line in this class? Oh, sheesh. Let me go ahead and check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd say 4 for the offensive interior. And then 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, and then maybe 5 at offensive tackle. So that's what I'm thinking. So Henry Toa coming off the board there. Let me see some likes. Let me see some thumbs up. I think Brian Brazee is going to be way better than people think in the NFL. I do agree. He's my DT too. Were you high on Lucas Nyan coming out of college? I think I had him as a 3rd rounder. So, I mean, as a day 2 guy, I guess kind of high. What up, Hoodlum? How you doing, bruh? So I'm actually done making picks. All right, let's see what other takes Spangle had here. Bears should trade with Houston, even if the return isn't huge. They could get Houston's return and still have a team move up to 2 and get even more. I agree with the first part of that take. Thoughts on Brian Brzee as a Viking? I guess he would kind of be a 3-4 end then, huh? For Flores' defense. All right, so this take, I agree. Bears should trade with Houston even if the return isn't huge. You just move down one spot, is what it is. Take whatever you get. Maybe they offer you just the to swap first and you get their second. Like the Bears, you gave away your early second for freaking Chase Claypool. So even if you just move down one spot and the only thing you get back is that second, I think that's fine. As far as trading down further than that, I get a little queasy, a little squeamish. What did you think of John Ross when he was coming out? I thought he was just fast. That's it. Lukewarm take. If you think Bears should trade Fields, you have no idea what you're talking about. I don't think that's correct, Chris. I think there is a world where you consider to trade Fields. Especially, I mean, think about it. He's going into year 3, and you're a team that's you probably don't plan on being that much better in 2023. So by the time the 2024, I guess 2024 season rolls around, that's probably when you're going to be a contender then with Fields. And by then, he's in his 4th season. You're going to have to pay him. I think you could make an argument where, oh, let's just go ahead and get value for Fields now in terms of trade, and let's take our quarterback of the future since we have the first overall pick. I think there's a case to be made that it makes sense. So I'm not off on that. I've seen your collabs with Alex and Goathouse in the past. Any other creators to collab with, potentially do a 3-way collab at some point? That's hard to put together, a 3-way collab. But I've done one with Marcus in the past, the franchise guy. Hopefully we'll get him on the channel this year. I got to hit all those guys up and see what their schedule's like. I'm going to hit Bengal. I was almost on his channel last year. He just ran out of time, maybe. But I'm hoping to have at least Bengal on the channel once before the draft. Jalen Duncan and Tom Grassi. I need to hit Grassi up because I hear he's very charitable to lowly YouTube creators like myself. Jalen Duncan going to the Packers. We got Xavier Hutchinson to the Colts. Andre Carter to the Steelers. Low-key, this is kind of a good one here. I like that one. Mike Morris to the Lions. Caillou Blue Kelly to the Bucks. And the Seahawks take Zach Harrison. Who do the Dolphins choose in the 2nd and 3rd round? They took Henry To'oTo'o and Blake Freeland. Who are some draft scheme fits for the Vikings' new 3-4 man press? No. Leonard Fournette vibes from Bijan? No. All right. So Deontay Banks actually would be a really good scheme fit. I think Christian Gonzalez could be, but he's not going to be available there. There's a plethora of pass rushers that actually fit it. Do a 3-way with Trevor Sikkema and Connor Rogers. I'll hit them up. I would love to, dude. I love the NFL stock exchange. What do they call them? Sex addicts. Yeah, dude. I love that. I'm a sex addict myself. NFL stock exchange. Not like I am a sex addict, but I'm married. I'm only addicted. I only have one fix, and it's my wife. All right. Henley going to the Chargers. What role does Nick Herbig fit into the NFL? Teams are going to view him similar as Nick Benito. Oh, Gojo, you like scratching the carpet, bud? Okay. Zach Charbonnet going to the Dolphins. I kind of like that. All right. I know it's a reach, but Paris Campbell can't stay healthy. I mean, I think that's fine. The receiver class is super bunched. Can you do a video on potential busts? I don't know, because that kind of like it kind of depends on. I mean, we are all sex addicts. Okay. No, wait. I got no celibacy in the chat here. You know why? Like, if you meet someone who says they're celibate, I think you've met a liar. Those people are very few and very far between. I've only met one person who was truly celibate in my life. And even then, I was like, I don't think I believe you. Jamie Robinson going to the Vikings. We got Jalen Jones going to the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, potential bust video is kind of tough. Like I could talk about prospects I'm not high on that the consensus is. Coach it takes Broshmo in the third. Man, at best maybe. I think theoretically it can make sense to trade Fields, but if the new quarterback doesn't instantly hit, you lose your job. And I don't, not instantly hit. Like you're gonna get 3 years with that guy, at least. I assume it's Bryce Young, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that's bad. I think Bryce Young ends up making you look really smart. Whoever drafts him, I think is gonna make that team look very smart. But I think you're gonna, unless he has like a Zach Wilson year 2, you're gonna get 3 years to develop that quarterback. And by year 3, they're gonna be like, okay, we better have our guy. Thoughts on the Jamie Robinson pick? The value's absurd. It's great. Brent, I am not your biological father. I've only had daughters. Griffin Dexter going to the Giants. Chris Smith going to the Jags. Let's see what else we got here. Gervin. Yeah, you see Gervin Dexter on the thing. You made me laugh so hard that I'm not gonna read that, Mr. Seahawks. All right, Bango. I want to see more hot draft takes. Man, he's really making his money's worth here, dude. He is talking a lot. All right, hot take. Packers finally load up offense in early rounds and make some trades once Rodgers leaves. That's not really a hot take. I think that's a funny take. That the minute Rodgers leaves, they're like, all right, well, we better help the defense. How old do y'all think I am? I'm not that old. My little girls are, even my oldest girl is like 3.5. Not that old. Y'all are old enough to type a coherent sentence and put it in the chat. There ain't no way I could be your father. Packers doing that would be so ironic, right? Didn't even know you had kids till yesterday. Oh, sounded like a newborn. Yeah, Kirito. We just had a newborn in November, but our oldest is 3.5. Yeah, so I got 2 kids, 2 girls. Not to be rude. Okay, Newsfried. What do you mean? Not to be rude. Did I miss your first? Oh, I see. Okay, I get it. It would be funny though. Man, y'all making had to get milk jokes. I can't believe y'all. How many trades do you think we'll see in the top 10 this year? None during the draft. I think potentially we see 2 to 3 trades in the top 10. I would say congratulations, Uncaged Beast. Congratulations on your newborn. I would say pre-draft we get over and under 2.5. 2 to 3 trades in the top 10 prior to the draft. When the draft starts, you hardly ever see trades inside the top 10. Almost never. All right, so we got a few picks coming in. Hot take, Brian Flores takes this defense to at least average, or at least league average with free agency in the draft. They got to make some room in the cap space, if you know what I mean. You went all offense with the Carolina picks. It's not a bad thing. I feel like their defense is good. All right, so y'all are running through some of these picks. Oh man, we're already almost done. That's wild. All right, so we got Devon Achane going to the Cowboys. Emil Ikior Jr. going to the Bills. Sam Laporta to the Bengals. Sean Tucker to the Panthers. JL Skinner to the Eagles. And Matthew Bergeron, said it right this time, going to the Chiefs. And Cardinals actually are going to be taking Tanner McKee. Oh, man, you better check if he plays COD or not. All right. Realistically, how long you think you'll be doing draft content? My son's 2.5 and is already projecting the top level. Oh my gosh, there ain't no way. Maybe be able to give you an interview long into the future. I don't know. We'll see how long I end up doing this. I don't know. I really like being independent. I like not being under the claws of someone else. I kind of like do what I want when I want. Um, to be fair, I'm at your beck and call. Whatever content y'all like, I try to push more of that out. Little girl, you're going to bed? Here. Kiss? Oh, your face. Did you just beat up? You need to quit falling, girl. Hug. I love you. Good night. Bye. Jojo, are you coming in or staying out? All right, Gojo. Gojo's gonna start clawing at my door immediately. Lusagoon going to Washington Commanders, and then we got Zach Pickens going to the Browns. This is actually the Niners' first picks. Let's see. Do you know if Brandon Jones has one more year under his contract? Because I've been looking at the cap casualty stuff today. He's got one more year under his contract, but they could potentially cut him. But I don't know why you would do that on a guy that's playing all right as on his rookie deal. You kind of just, if you don't want him, just let him expire. My son isn't even born, and he is projecting the top 3 picks. That's wild. How deep is this year's linebacker class compared to recent years? It's not great. I mean, there's some solid guys here and there, but it's not great compared to recent years. Do you have any side hustles when draft season is over? I do. Because literally once draft season ends, no one wants to watch my channel anymore. I put content out, but no one wants to see it. I'll do like redrafts, looking back at old classes. Maybe I should do stuff on prospects that I watched during my summer deep dives. Maybe I'll do that. Because I noticed Marcus, the franchise guy, he's been putting out occasionally like the kind of like the deep dive on a guy like Anthony Richardson. I forgot who he did it for. He did it for someone else, I'm pretty sure too. Or maybe he said he was going to do it for Stroud, but then he was like, you know what? Stroud's just, it's hard to get a good read on him occasionally. Jaquilin Roy going to the Niners. I might start making draft content soon. I'm not sure. It would get like no views though, so I'm skeptical of that idea. Dude, just put out mock drafts close to the draft. If you want to do draft content, mock drafts hit, man. That's a good way to get your start, and then maybe make it a weekly thing doing mocks. Dude, tomorrow's mock, y'all are gonna love it. Maybe it's funny. I like it. Demarion Overshown. That's a good pickup for the Giants. Good job, Pusha. Do you watch other sports besides American football? I used to. I don't mind watching baseball. I don't really follow it so much anymore because my team normally sucks. The Marlins are typically good for like 60 games and then they just fall apart or get unhealthy. Um, Basketball, I've kind of fallen out of love about. I used to love basketball, but I kind of fallen out of love with it recently. Last few seasons. Um, let's see. I don't. Yeah, no, I don't really keep like big tabs on sports, other sports anymore, because it's kind of become a full time thing. I try to really know what I'm talking about and not just speaking out my butt all the time. I think you should make a video ranking each position in the last 3 draft classes. That would be a video everyone would like to see. Maybe. Football related comedy channel or start a group or something. To be fair, Tom Grassi kind of has the market on that, and so do other guys like Scooter. What is it, Scooter Magruder or something like that? The Cowboys fan. So, thoughts on Roshan Johnson? Check out my running back video. You catch any Sandy starts? I don't know what Sandy starts is. Is this a D's nuts joke? I'll start watching you during the season. The content looks good. Yeah, I try, dude. I try to put out good content. I need to start thinking about maybe better like for my season deep dives, like or predictions for NFL teams. I think I need to do a better job at marketing it. Cause for one, that franchise guy, I think he has the best like pre-season previews. And I don't try to be like an hour and a half video. I try to make it a 30 to 40-minute video. So I kind of give you like a nice appetizer if you want to go into Marcus's video. Because like he covers a lot more in detail. I kind of give you the general gist, like, okay, here's the scheme. Here's kind of what the roster looks like, the depth, what to expect. This is their strength of schedule. How do these players play into the scheme specifically? Like I try to encompass all that real quick in those season previews. Maybe I change it up a little bit this year. I don't know. I got a lot to think about. Sandy is the pitcher for the Marlins. See, I don't even keep track that hard with baseball players anymore. I'm terrible, dude. Terrible. See, like I could never cover baseball. Like I don't know much about anyone who's playing anymore. Like my baseball knowledge is straight dog water. I sent my mock for viewer mock the mock in the Discord. That's the place to send it. Tomorrow we're doing a mock the mock for the viewers. Dude, straight up, Marcus puts out banger content. And honestly, in his wide receiver rankings, he's starting to throw a bit more gravitas in his like his demeanor and stuff, you know? Cause like I don't mind listening to Marcus, you know, he can be a bit monotone, but like the dude straight up, he sounded just way more enthusiastic and whatnot. I really liked it. I hope that's something he keeps up, man. Cause he's got such great content. Just I know maybe some like I don't know. For me, it's like I try to be a bit more of a personality. Because, I mean, look at me. Does it look like a guy you want to listen to? Does this look professional to you? Heck no, it doesn't look professional. So I try to be an entertainer, but on top of that, I try to also know a bit of what I'm talking about. Let's see. Worst hot take you've seen this draft season? Stetson Bennett going first or going number 1. Stetson Bennett being drafted. You are different in which you stay with college football, whereas someone like Goathouse stays with NFL. To be 100% honest, NFL fans don't give a flying F about college during the season. That's why I try to do NFL content during the season. I'll do power rankings and predictions. I ended up making those just one video because the views weren't there. So I was like, screw it. I'll do it in one video. And I also want to do more, maybe like bet in over and under, talk stuff about that during that video since I'm with Underdog. Is party in a box? Party in a box? Oh, man. Especially when you talk bad about... Okay, I'm not talking about him. Can you do a fast-paced 4th round walk the mock? We'll get to that maybe next week. You look very entertaining, I must say. I have to. I don't look credible. Even though the words I say can sound credible, I don't look it. I'm like Sami Zayn. Does he look like a wrestler? But yet he's one of the best. I'm the Sami Zayn of the freaking NFL or football YouTube community. And freaking Sami Zayn's amazing. And then you guys got like Brett Collier or Coleman. There we go. Brent Coleman. Uh that franchise guy, Bangle. These guys who are like the Roman Reigns, like the bloodline. And I'm the Sami Zayn. I'm just trying to get into the bloodline. And then eventually they're gonna kick me out. Or I'm gonna take a chair to one of their backs. Elimination Chamber, by the way, Saturday. It's Saturday or Sunday? I think it's Saturday. I hope it's Saturday. I really hope it's Saturday. You look like Yukon Cornelius. I don't know who you. Okay. Actually, that's my favorite college basketball team. I love UConn. I always love UConn growing up because they're the Huskies, and I love Huskies. That's how I picked it. I feel like I like that you're very casual, but still what you're talking about. Yeah, and I'm not gonna talk over people's heads. That's the thing. I don't. I don't try to like just use like I guess sports talk. I try to at least like not necessarily dumb it down, but make it, especially if it's like someone just getting into it. Like I try to make it very understandable. I used to love WWE. Roman Reigns was my favorite before you started getting belts. Are you kidding, dude? This is the best. Like Roman Reigns. Like before then, I used to love booing Roman Reigns when they were trying to push him as a stinking oh, he's the guy from the reindeer Rudolph the reindeer claymation. Dang. But anyway, back when they tried to push him hard as a top champion, top face, I loved booing him. I loved seeing signs where it said, "Where it rains, it boos." Freaking amazing. I I will say I think my draft content is a bit above the rest, at least by quantity. I put out so much out there. I try to cover as much as I can. Videos showing how you scout each position would be freaking awesome. If it did get demonetized, dude, the second I show freaking clips on breakdowns or film reviews, I'm getting hit. Anytime I just try to have you, oh, I like chat sports. I really like Tom Downey. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of a mark for Tom Downey. Hoo hoo. Cody is going to dethrone Roman at Mania. But anytime I try to show clips, I get hit with copyright strikes. And I'm sorry. I love y'all, but I ain't making videos for free. I can't. It's super killer cardiac cats, man. It really is. It sucks because I would love to. I tried to do that. I don't think last year, but the year before. Travis Etienne, Najee Harris, and um, Javante Williams in that draft. I tried showing highlights. I even like because it's fair use. You're not just showing highlights. You're 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 commentating over it. You're discussing. It becomes a review at that point. Thus, fair use. So like even like I've been trying to do I did this like a month ago, but I'll show like little 6-second clips at the beginning to kind of like hook people in. Those don't get hit, but did you say something about doing mock the mock for ones we do? Yes, tomorrow there will be a stream on Friday. You have a Patreon for film stuff? I have a Patreon. I just have I think the only thing available on there is my Google spreadsheets for my draft evaluations and whatnot. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have the time to like upload a film study. That's like because I was thinking like I try so hard just trying to put content on the channel. Uh like you would think a film study would be alright, it wouldn't be that bad. Maybe I could make it work. You know what I need to do? I need to buy Marcus's that franchise guy's Patreon. See how he does it and just jack it. That's what I need to do. And honestly, when it comes to like the Google spreadsheet or the Google slide or Google spreadsheet, yeah, the Google spreadsheet with my draft stuff. I think I might just turn that into like a PayPal thing. Like, hey, you make this one-time payment, you get the whole access to my draft rankings all the way there. Film study is where it's at. Maybe, but that means I gotta talk. I hate talking. Well, like, I hate talking when watching, like, because then I'd be taking notes too. Maybe I can make it work. I think Alex from Hail Mary Sports does film studies on his Discord. By the way, Alex is a really good follow. Go follow Hail Mary Sports. He does a lot of good freaking work. All right, let's go over this draft. And then I'm gonna call it an. My freaking boom mic fell off. Let's call it a night so I can make content for tomorrow. Oh man. Well, let me do this crap first. Yeah. Look at this, dude. Everything's just falling apart on me now, too. You are. Where the hell do you go? Oh, man. Oh, it's a nightmare. All right, here we go. I think that's all good. Jeez Louise, dude. Oh, dude, QB school? QB school's great. He's stinking awesome. But guys like him and Brett Coleman, no, maybe not Brett Coleman, but I think they're allowed to show NFL content. I think QB School's allowed to show film reviews on his stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna be going over everyone's pick. Mitch Renz? I don't know. The only guy I really know at Chat Sports is or at least know by name, is Tom Downey. Mitch Renz. Is that how you spell it? Chat Sports? Writer profile. Show me a picture. Is it the guy that's typically on there with... Oh, okay. I can't even tell. Is this the guy that's typically on there with Chat Sports? Here, show me images. And it's just showing me thumbnails. Maybe it'll take me to the... Here, take me to the video. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Mitch Renz is like that other guy that's kind of the face there. Yeah, dude. Mitch Renz is dope. He doesn't really follow the draft too much, though. All right. Let's go over these real quick. Let's see. All right, Tyree Wilson. We know this one was supposed to be Jalen Carter, dude. Our condolences, Ibram. But Siaki Ika, Deontay Banks, I thought was a really good fit. Tanner McKee was a bit of the puzzling one for me. I love Chat Sports because they put out a lot of content, but their rumor videos sound like stuff they just made up in their heads at the current moment. Well, boy, wouldn't it be nice if I had a team of freaking editors? Guys that could just make my overlays, make my thumbnails, and edit my videos and upload them. And that way, all I got to do is study and record. Golly, that would be freaking the life. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about this Tanner McKee pick. All right, we got Christian Gonzalez, Eddie Tomiwa, Eddie Barrier, and Isaiah McGuire. Ooh, I like how you addressed this here. I really like that. Addressing the defensive line, defense in general. I wouldn't mind adding a speed receiver though, Timbo, on day 2. Not to say that you had an opportunity to, just put it in my own little like. I wouldn't mind doing this. Bijan Robinson going to the hey, this is news feed. Kyler's out for like half of the year, I think. Yeah, but he's your quarterback of the future. It's not like Terran McKee's gonna come in and start. Could please the hype Terran McKee. I think that guy's just Davis Mills 2.0. I know some people don't love him. It is what it is. And then they grab Jalen Jones. I think this is actually a good fit. They actually played a lot more zone last year than they normally do. Let's see, Buffalo Bills. They go Cam Smith, Jordan Battle, Emil Ecure. So this one's a little rich for my taste. I'm just not that high on him. I see him more as like a mid-day 3 guy. But addressing safety, addressing cornerback depth is fine. So I think that's all good. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. We got Carolina Panthers, Michael Mayer, Josh Downs, Hendon Hooker, Sean Tucker. I don't love the Mayer pick at 9. I mean, they paid Ian Thomas. They got Tommy Tremble. It shouldn't stop you from taking a Michael Mayer, but I think I would rather take the quarterback here. Whether it's Will Levis or Anthony Richardson. I know you go Hooker. I'm not this high on Hooker. I don't see Hooker like I know taking him at the back end of the second round doesn't mean he's the end all be all. I mean, I guess this is a fine draft. What am I saying? Bears. We got Will Anderson. I really like this John Michael Schmitz because honestly, Sam Mustipher is kind of the weakest part of that offensive line. And then Jaden Reed, good speedster there. I like that. Let's see. We got Cincinnati Bengals. Darnell Wright, Mozzie Smith, Sam Laporta. I think these are solid picks. I will say Mozzie Smith, I feel like this is just a bit. They already have enough there. They already have enough, in terms of their big hog mollies. I think they're really looking for like the penetrator that could play like 3-5 tech. That's why they brought in like a Zachary Carter. They really don't have necessarily that on the roster. They like to have that in their rotation. So I'd probably be looking at guys like Tulitoi Peloto. Kalijah Cansey, there we go. Eddie Tamiwa, Eddie Barrier. So I think maybe that would be the route of defensive interior I would go. Browns, they grab Hyatt. They get some speed. And then Zach Pickens. Zach Pickens, all right pick. I think you still kind of want a meaty nose tackle, though. Dallas Cowboys, Clark Phillips going there for the first pick. I'm trying to think. He'd be a good fit for Dan Quinn's system. Then rolling the dice on Keyshawn Butte. If he tests out well, it's worth the gamble. And then Devon A-Chain, Devon A-Chain, I do get that Tony Pollard's a free agent. I really think it sounds like he's going to get hit with the franchise tag. So maybe not necessarily go this route. Denver Broncos, you got Derek Hall, Sidney Brown. Low-key, I actually really like the Derek Hall pick for the Broncos. And Sidney Brown comes in there immediately it's like Kareem Jackson, you have done enough, you may retire now. Because I think he's like 34, 35. Detroit, nope. Well, we'll go back to Lions. Packers go Lucas Van Ness, Darnell Washington, and Jalen Duncan. I mean, I think this is about the right rounds for each of these guys. I'm just not that big fan of Duncan. I really am. Really not. I mean, you could draft from 3rd round and use him as a developmental guy. I think that's fine. I think this is an all right draft. Detroit Lions. They go Miles Murphy, Brian Brazil. That's funny you go the Clemson guys. Jack Campbell, Eli Ricks. Good get there at the back end of the 2nd round. And then Mike Morris. You really hammer home. Hey, let's get more guys on the defense. Okay. Okay, I think that's interesting. I like that. All right, we got the Houston Texans to go Bryce Young. Brian Branch, see, the reason I'm like skeptical about this, I feel like they're already really good at the slot position. Like, didn't Desmond Keene play a majority in the slot this past season? So, and I think he's got another year on his deal. And I feel like they already kind of got guys that are similar to that fashion. I think more so you probably look for a guy that's like the center fielder. And not to say Brian Branch can't do that. It's just he's at his best around the line of scrimmage. And I mean, to be fair, Jalen Carter was kind of their center fielder. So there's room for this, actually. So I kind of talked myself back into it. BJ Ojolari, not necessarily the type D'Amico Ryans normally likes, but they've used guys like D Ford in the past, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. Steve Avila to shore up that other guard, or even center. He can play center as well. He's played center in his career. And then Toi Piloto would be kind of this like 3-tech penetrator. So got really solid players there. Colts, they go CJ Stroud. I think that's the right pick. Jared Patterson, this is just exceptionally rich for me. I see him more as a mid day 3 guy. He's just not a sexy prospect. He's fine. He's fine. Eli Ricks ain't making it into the 4th round. He didn't go in the 4th round this one. Then Xavier Hutchinson gonna come in and, well, who's playing the slot in this case? I guess Hutchinson. Kind of a big slot. These are like day 2's kind of whatever, but you got your quarterback CJ Stroud. That's great. Osiris Torrance, Luke Musgrave, and then Chris Smith. So they already got Andre Cisco there playing deep. If anything, I think they need a eventual replacement for Rashawn Jenkins. And I'm not gonna lie, I know the Jags aren't gonna do this, but like he would be a cap casualty. If I was running the team, I would cut him. But the Jags aren't. They really like him. And not to say he's a bad player. Like he's solid. He's like a top 20 starter in terms of box safeties. And Chris Smith's just too undersized to do that at the NFL level. Let's see. Chiefs. Keon White, Nathaniel Dell. This is actually my favorite pick here. And then Matthew Bergeron. Did you not like Ricks before, or am I imagining things? I like Ricks. I thought he was returning at one point if he wasn't listening to my rankings. I feel like he's been in my top 10 for the most part when it comes to the corner list. I don't think I've ever put him on day 2 or day 3 though. Bergeron could play guard early, but I think he's a good tackle for the future. Obviously, he's not playing guard early for the Chiefs. Those are actually, their interior is kind of set in stone. You're really looking for a tackle here, and I mean he fills the role. Gibbs, the Saints need a power back who can run between the tackles, not a scat back. Well, they also need a receiving back. What do you mean? Kamara's likely out of there, bro. They need a power back who can run between the tackles. Says who? Like if Kamara's out of there, okay, cool. You lose probably what your second best receiving option. You gonna get that from a power back? If you want a power back, there's plenty left in the later rounds of the draft. So, yeah, I already did the Falcons. Pretty confident I already did. Yeah, I already did the Falcons. You go back. Saints don't need a scat back. Okay. Oh, man, guess what? Jahmyr Gibbs can't run between the tackles. Because he was totally only a guy that was used on stretch plays outside in space at Georgia Tech. Oh, wait. When he went to Alabama, he was precisely running between the tackles. Literally, in my running back video, which I just did yesterday, I said him going back to Alabama. One of the things that I was impressed most with was him being able to run between the tackles. So now I'm not getting angry. This is all just show. This is all for just dramatic effect. And me respectfully disagreeing. Remember, everything I do, a lot of it's in jest. So never take Broshmo too serious. Kansas City Chiefs. Nope. Chargers. Jordan Addison, always the dream pick here. Really is. Dalton Kincaid. Yeah, we know Kellen Moore likes tight ends. I think it's good. This is about the right value for Kincaid. And Gerald Everett, really not a long-term option. I really like this Henley. I think Henley could probably go higher than this. I haven't released my linebacker video yet, so I'm not going to say where I have them. All right, Rams. Drew Sanders, Felix Anudike Uzama. Hey, blue tight end. This is a banger draft for the Rams. This really is. Like, you're able to get really good talent there. Where did Emmanuel Forbes go? I have no idea. I think no, not the Cardinals. The Washington Commanders, but we haven't got there yet. The only nitpick I would say, it's like, oh man, where's offensive line? And it's like, you're not gonna be able to hit needs all the time. It's kind of is what it is. If you could get that talent later in the draft, then go ahead and do it. If these are two prospects that honestly are very, very highly regarded, so it's excellent value for both. So I'm not gonna be one of those like you got to draft need over value. I think those people are just kind of, yeah. Raiders, they go Paris Johnson, Antonio Johnson, and then Carl Brooks. Ooh, that's kind of sexy. I actually kind of like this draft. Now, who's going to be quarterback? Don't know. But this is definitely not a Mike Mayock draft. The computer drafted Blake Freeland. This is higher than he should go. Bad Senior Bowl. He's going to go drop on my rankings. Henry To'oTo'o. He's kind of a late day 2, early day 3 guy. Like, low-key Jerome Baker could be a cap casualty. I don't think necessarily. I think he's played very well for us, though. Zach Charbonnet, though, I think is a very interesting pick for us. I like it. Oh, dude, the draft season grind here. Full force, bruh. Minnesota Vikings. I know they went Anthony Richardson. Then Jamie Robinson. Y'all know I'm really high on Robinson. He was my safety 3. So getting him is just exceptional value. The boy Harrison Smith has got to call it quits someday. We got the New England Patriots, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Just kind of feels like the right receiver for them. And then Cody Mock. I guess you play him tackle early. You don't really need guard help. Julius Brentso is a really good pick up there in the 3rd round. Good fit. Saints. Yeah, you can see my Saints picks there. Let me know what you think. Let me know how Gibbs is a terrible pick. Zay Flowers going to the Giants. Like, just think about the speed. It's like, oh man, they're small. Wandale's small. Zay Flowers is small, but the ridiculous amount of speed. Luke Whippler going here basically be your center for the future. Gavon Dexter, you're kind of rolling the dice on talent, but you're at the back end of the 3rd round. You kind of go to, I think you take shots like that. And then Demarion Overshown's really good value there. You need more help at linebacker. Actually, they have probably one of the thinnest linebacker corps in the NFL. The Jets, they go Devon. This is ridiculous. Like, I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what to think with this Witherspoon pick, because it's not even that I don't like it. But man, I guess like sooner or later you can get off Reed's contract, I guess. Like, you could probably get off his contract after this next season. Like, really, you could probably play Reed or Spoon in the slot. DeJuan Jones, I feel like if you're going to replace Mekhi Becton, Jones is the guy. Then Noah Sewell, I get it. He's built like a freight train. Instant CJ Mosley replacement. Though CJ Mosley shedded the weight and looked much better. Oh, dude, I'm not doing letter grades. I hate giving out letter grades. I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings. All right, Joey Porter, Kalijah Cansey, Parker Washington, and JL Skinner all going to the Eagles. Yeah, no, I like this. I think it's good, especially if you don't bring back Javon Hargrave. Then Cansey's kind of that pick. All right, we got Steelers. They go Broderick Jones, Anton. Oh, they're like, screw both our tackles. To hell with them. Tyreek Stevenson, I like. I think Andre Carr actually is a really mean scheme fit. Really mean scheme fit for the Steelers. Especially if they don't want to maybe pay. Hurt our feelings? No. You could super chat it, and maybe I'll hurt your feelings. If you pay for me to, then yes. I think if they're like, you know what, we're not gonna pay Anthony or Alex Highsmith, Andre Carr is kind of the guy you want to develop. Kirito, you ain't lying. I think this is all right draft. I'm a little taken back by the back-to-back tackle picks, but I don't mind it. We saw what happened with the Seahawks, right? Like the Seahawks took back-to-back. Okay, good. I already talked about Dallas. I thought I may have missed one. San Fran, this is a computer, but they took D-line. The Niners typically do that. And then they took a very undersized corner who's probably playing in the slot. All right, we got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They go Will Levis. I think this is just good value at this point. It's like, oh, crap. Maybe we don't need to do a rebuild. Maybe if we hit on Willis, man, we're back in the contention. I mean, fortunate for us, we're in a weak division. Sorry, NFC South. Will McDonald is an exceptionally good value as well because pass rush was a big concern then. Caillou Blue Kelly, this is kind of perfect because, like, Sean Murphy Bunting and Jamil Dean are free agents. Those are really good pickups. Tennessee tight ends, they go with Peter Skoronski. We all know why. Derrick Henry. Isaiah Foskey, Bud Dupree, likely a cap casualty. I'll talk more about that Saturday. And then Rashee Rice. I think they need more of a guy that separates. And the thing with Rashee Rice is he struggles to separate. All right. We got the Commanders going. Quentin Johnston. This kind of blew my mind. But as our boy CP said earlier, the top corners were off the board. So he just went ahead and, hey, man, you're pairing freaking Terry McLaurin with Quentin Johnston. You also got Jahan Dotson in there. Curtis Samuel. Honestly, Curtis Samuel, what does Washington cap space calculator? What does it look like to move on from Curtis Samuel? It's not bad, actually. That's interesting. It's not bad. All right, and then Emmanuel Forbes is a really good scheme fit. I like that. And then I guess this is your center replacement because I guess Chase Royer. How do you even say his last name? I always forget. Could be a cap casualty as well. So interesting. But there we go. That's it for the 3-rounder. I think we had a hell of a time tonight. Did a little extra talking, Is what it is. I like talking with you guys. I like getting real. I'm a man of the people. Y'all pay my bills with ad rev. So speaking of which, we're going to end this with an ad. But I am saying goodbye. Y'all take it easy. Till next time. You be easy, my friends. Later. I'll be out tomorrow with content, and we're doing the mock the mock. I actually got to make a thumbnail for that right now. So, oh boy. Look at Ryder with the 99 cents. That'll boy. Ryder, I don't even know who you were picking for. Well, here, let me actually go look at it real quick.